So we're running the electric line from the electric box over there down to here, and then the pedestal will go here, and the pedestal is built out of that wood, and on that will go a meter, which will have 4 places for 4 extension cords, which is going to be a great temporary fix. It's 1/3 of the process of getting the electric to the cabin. The decision was made to go by hand because the equipment would have possibly destroyed that drainage ditch over there, and being on a hill could be kind of dangerous. So, but this is 3 feet deep. Which electric has to be. You gotta have 3-inch piping conduit, and it's got to be sealed with a certain thickness of wire. 4/0 wire is the wire that has to be used from that box to here. It's actually quite a bit of distance, and it's taken these guys a total of 8 hours of man-hours of digging just to get it from there to here. So it's quite a bit of work. It's a lot of work. They're running into roots, big roots, which is no surprise. You see how far it is from there. Just here has to go from here all the way to the cabin. That would be a monstrous thing to do by hand, so it's going to have to be done in the future with machinery. Oh, look at that. Looks like our cats made an impression. What's interesting is, looking at yesterday's work, the rocks are loose on the top, easily kicked away, and they settled in. So I think the rocks can be washed away and it'll be smooth. So we're back to the boardwalk. I put some supports here, screwed them onto this deck. So now, literally can hold weight. And I'm putting the boards on. The reason I put this one on first is because I want this one to adhere to that and this and that and this, and to link up next to this 4x4. But I also want it to be squared up to this. So the problem is, when I scoot it over to this, you're kind of missing this a little bit. So it's kind of a conundrum. Might be able to put those screws in on an angle. See, that's straight, and you see the gap. That's a problem. However, there's a little gap under it. I might take one of the thin boards that I have, these guys, put under it as support. That will screw the 2 pieces together and raise it up in the middle. See that? See that gap under there? In fact, I feel if I put this board back like this, that's a nice support. It's a really nice support. Yeah, that'll tie all these 1, 2, 3, 4 together and give this support in the middle. I think that's the way to go. Okay, this is really cool. It's really coming together nice because these boards are thick enough to really make up for the imperfection of the boards that they're on. So you can see they don't move at all. They're tied to braces back here, and what I'll do is I'll put boards like that over here. It will cover this all the way down, so you won't see that. And now these guys are hanging out over here So I bought this saw. I'm just gonna saw these off. Because I can't find my power sawzall. Don't wanna waste money. I know as soon as I buy one, I'll find it. Actually cuts really good. But it's a little crooked. No worries. I can come back and sand that down. It's a good workout. Okay, look at that. I was going to have those extend out that far. I think it's too far. I think I should cut those flush because these are flush to this. I think those should be flush to that as well. However, you get down here and you see those. So based on that, maybe it should extend out. At least on this part. I think I should extend them out on that part. On this part, have them be straight. Yeah, I can straighten those off. So you get the idea. It's going to look just like that. It's the exact same boards. Okay, so you see that right there. There's a little gap. I'm going to have to take my saw, cut a little notch. You see this notch I'm cutting? It's almost done. Almost done. There we go. All right. Hard on the toes. There we go, look at that. Yes. Okay, so all this will be stained the orange. That communicates to people, hey, this is a rustic time, just like the bridge. Then when you get to this will be white, which will communicate, hey, it's part of this official deck. See how official it is? You need to just straighten that cut up there. And just keep taking it down, keep building it, cut those guys off there, build my wall here, build my wall here. Done. Now what I'm doing is, this is the runoff. And it goes downhill under this bridge into the pond. And I'm going to build a structured wall on both sides like this, and then put big gravel in it. So it'll never be muddy. And so what I'm doing is I'm creating like a little notch, a little resting place for these bricks to sit on. You see that one's already leaning a little. So I'm taking shovel, just kind of pulling that out and making like a little ledge for the bricks to sit on. And then I'll build this wall up a little bit, and then behind it I'll put concrete, and then bury that with the white stones we talked about yesterday. So take the little brick, and let's take little rocks and put under them, kind of prop them up. There we go. All right, I like that. Want to be over here, and it will continue over here, and I'll continue that. I'll skip under there and then continue the wall and take it around like this. And that brick wall will go like this, and I'll fill that with concrete, and that'll stabilize all these bases. Hello. Do you approve? I just want to make sure you're cool with this. I mean, this is your house. Just a visitor, you know what I mean? Yeah. Okay, now moving out a little bit. What I've done here is started the front edge of the first staircase that will be, but this is going to be flat, but slowly gradate down, slowly. It's still pretty flat out to here. So like, if you look at it and you get down low, we've got quite a wall to build here to build that up to meet that. This is just kind of filler here. But I'm going to take some concrete and go ahead and pour some concrete in here just to get that front ledge started so it won't move out of place. Because I got these perfectly, how shall you say, rounded, how I want the stairs. I want them to follow like a rounded walkway pattern as they go down. So if this is going up, you know, a foot, the next one, the next stairs, probably be like right here, maybe here, because you want to have enough room for people to step on it and not have to take another step real quick. So we'll see how it goes, but I also have to be sensitive of that over there. There's got to be like a way to get down to there. So I'm out of bricks, so I have to get bricks tomorrow. I started putting these here and building where this wall will be. Again, this is like the runoff. And you can see what I did, where what I'm gonna have to do is right there, dip that. Whatever I do here with the flatness for people can walk, I have to dip it here. I need to lose probably 2 bricks right there. It's sticking out too much. So yeah, it needs to be cut off, and then dip it so the water will run down and out. I thought it'd be neat to start here, and then this has its own like little circular space. Brick wall will be here too. So this guy, you get down really low, sit down here on the ground, you will see this wall will go up like this high. So that's a lot of concrete right here to fill in, but it'll be worth it. Like I said, I'm out of bricks, but I was able to get some more bricks here around this swooping motion to kind of enclose this landscape here. And then as you walk over, there'll be something here, maybe a stair step of bricks to walk onto the driveway. But then again, this is going to be brick, so maybe it'll just be smooth. Why complicate it? But all right, well, I'm going to go take a little break and walk up and see how the guys did on the ditch digging. They didn't finish it today, but it got close. So tomorrow the ditch will be finished, and then Thursday they're going to get everything set up. So they've already left, but they got most of it done. The digging. There's the wood, the pipes, and 3 feet deep. I don't really want to get down in there, but it is really deep. So if you walk up here, this is the shallow part that they've started but not finished. We have to basically dig all the way to 5 feet to this box, and then AEP comes out. They do the hook up there. That's their responsibility. We have to have all the wire buried in conduit, which are those poles. And it has to be 3 feet deep. So I actually think hand digging was a good choice here, honestly, because otherwise this would all be torn up in a muddy mess, and my trees might have got destroyed. Might have had to move them, which I really don't want to move them. So I really think it was a good idea, and I'm glad I didn't have to dig it, because that is honestly back-breaking work. So it'll be nice to have this weeping willow here growing over as you enter the property. Finished out the mortar on that end and hit that circle with it over here that I showed yesterday. Kind of fills in nicely. Trying not to wash away too much of the mortar. And then was getting that ledge out there because I put concrete out there. All right, well, what I did was I just got this a little damp. Whoa, slippery. Just get this in place. That's the front ledge of the first stair. Like I said, that will be built up to here and be flush with all of this walkway. So I'll have to build another stair below it. That's not too low. So I'm not so worried about it being perfect today. I just want to get a little water on it so it holds it in place a little bit. Got a lot done today. I think I'm going to call it a day. It's nice to see what that deck's going to look like there with this catty-wonker bridge and the walls and my favorite little Christmas tree. So pretty. There's another one over there in the pond. But I think getting, let's zoom out here, getting a nice structure for this waterway for the drain is going to be really nice. I'll build this up high as well to be flush with this front ledge. So coming along slowly. Next step will be to get more bricks and finish out this border and build this up. Build this up, start building the brick way around this way. So it's a wall. Then start getting down into the pond and digging that out. Building a secondary brick wall. So it's coming along. I'm really happy with the progress today. Plus the guys that dug the trench did a really good job. They're going to finish that tomorrow. And then Thursday they're going to come out and get it ready for AEP to hook the electric up. So it's been a day already and I am ready to call it quits and enjoy the rest of my day. One last look at the walkway. I like how some of the bricks are showing through and some are not. Imagine this painted, not looking gray, but instead colorful. Now, as I get more bricks, it's time to start building these up higher so to hold those rocks. It is doing what I thought it should do, hoped it would do. A lot of loose rocks here that can be cleaned up. I am going to put wood on the fronts of that to seal that in so you won't see under the deck there. I really do like this, especially if you get down low. That really looks cool. I think maybe soon I might get inspired to work on the sign and putting certain locations with mile markers on it. I don't know. Not yet. Not inspired yet. I think it's coming.